everybody really wanted to go after Nancy's story, but Rubie agreed to. And so Rubie Scere, when I asked her about her Rubie, go ahead and stand up. I asked Rubie, this is from Liberia, or yes, beautiful outfit from Liberia. But when I asked her about her favorite clothing, she said skinny tight jeans. I just bought my first pair, and I think I'm going to get some more. So this is Rubie Scere.
Good evening. I mentioned the skinny tight jeans because normally I wear blue jean skirts with tennis shoes and socks. That's what I like to wear. But I bought me a Corvette. And with my Corvette last week, I ended up having my skinny jeans, and I bought some boots, and I had my little jacket on, so I really enjoyed that. So I'm going to tell you my story. I had the opportunity to volunteer as a Peace Corps. I had the opportunity to volunteer as a Peace Corps volunteer in Liberia, West Africa. Before going to Liberia, a friend of mine's father told me, and he was a white American, that I should not go to Liberia because they did not like African American. But I decided to go anyway. When I got to Liberia, the people were very friendly, they was nice. They gave me a name, and my name was called Nuwa, which means peacemaker. While in Liberia, I had the opportunity to go through my training, and once I finished my training, I went to a town 60 miles north of the capital city, Monrovia. So I got there in April. My friend sent me a little text through the mail and said, come on down, we're gonna have an Easter party. She lived in the capital city of Monrovia, and in her apartment she had a stove. In mine, I just had a little kerosene burner. So I was excited to go down. She said, we're gonna bake, and I just met a young lady from Detroit. She's here with her boyfriend, and she can really cook. So I was looking forward to having some baked food and some barbecue, whatever American food. So I was excited about going down. So I got down there that Friday during that Easter weekend, and my mom had sent me a care package. So I said, well, I'll go Saturday morning and pick up my package. So I got up early that Saturday morning. I went to the post office downtown Monrovia, which is a part of Monrovia called Waterside. And on Waterside, normally that's a busy area. You have all the vendors, you have all the shops, people selling everything on the streets. You have people selling food, clothes, whatever you name it, pigs, whatever you name it, they would be selling it. But on that particular Saturday, it was very bare. Not many people were there. You saw a few taxis, a few people. Most of the stores was boarded up, closed, gated up, locking up. So I went to the post office to try to get my package from my mom. And the post office said that, oh no, we're closing today. There's gonna be a riot. We're trying to get out of the city. So I decided to wait a few minutes until the telecommunication office opened so I could call my mom and talk to her for a little bit. While I was waiting, I saw tanks go by. I saw soldiers go by. I saw jeeps go by with soldiers and plenty of guns and weapons, as if they were going to war. And then I saw another group of people passing by, and they had on little grass skirts. They were painted, and they were called warriors. And they had palm branches in their hands, and they were hollering, yah, 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 yah. So they continued to go by. Got a little scared at that point. So then I went to the telecommunication office. I talked to my mom for a few minutes, and then after that, I went back outside, and the streets was even barren. So I looked for a taxi. I saw some going by, but they were full. And finally, I saw a taxi that stopped to pick up some other people. And then I ran and I begged and pleaded with them, please, please help me, let me get in. And so one young man in the taxi, he said, okay. He asked the driver, please let her get in. So they put me in. It was like 4 of us in the taxi in the front and maybe 6 or 7 people in the back. So once the taxi got a little bit out of town, the people had blocked the roads. People were throwing things, hollering, killing the government, and there was a riot due to the increase in riots. So the people were upset, and so the taxi driver said, this is as far as I can go. You are going to have to get out. And once again, I was scared and nervous. I didn't know where I was or how to get back to my friend's house. So I said, oh, please, please help me. I'm begging again. And the man said, you got to get out. So the young man that asked him to let me in, he said, come and go with me. So he took me and we walked for, seemed like forever. But we got to a part that was at the University of Liberia, and you have to take that road to get to the place I was going called Cinco. But the soldiers had blocked that part out, so we couldn't go any further. So once again, here I go begging, pleading, pleading. I'm thinking I'm looking innocent and young, so maybe they'll let me go on by. They didn't let the other people. But in my mind, I'm looking innocent and young, and I'm assuming they would figure that I'm not going to be in any danger, and they would let me go. So I'm pleading with them, and the man, the soldier never say anything. He just pointed the gun in my face. So the young man that was with me, he said, come on, let's go. So he took me to a back way down a long hill. I thought it was a mountain, but it was a deep hill. And by the time I got to the bottom of that, he stopped the taxi, and he asked the taxi driver to take care of me and take me to Cinco, to my friend's house. So it was about 3 other people in the taxi, and he asked me where, and I said, all I know is Cinco. I was nervous and shaking. I didn't know where to go. I just said, I'm going to Cinco. And the people in the taxi, and we would drive for a while, and he said, this area? I said, no, that's not the house. He said, this area? No. And the people in this taxi started saying, hey, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yo. They was feeling so sorry for me that I was scared, and I told them about my experience in the riot. So, but finally we got to my friend's house that night, and that Saturday night, we could see the people going down the street like they had been to the downtown, and they were looting. They had stove, refrigerator. I don't know how those people carried that stuff, but they carried everything you can think of that they had looted, taking it back to their house. So Sunday was pretty quiet and calm. So that Monday morning I got up, I went to the post office, got my package from my mom. I called a taxi, went back uptown, went back into the country, where I was living at that time. And the people were very nice. They knew I went to the city, so they was concerned and made sure that I was okay. I ended up staying in Liberia and finishing my time with the Peace Corps. I met my husband in Liberia, I got married, stayed there for a little while and had my daughter. Thank you.